Possible exchange of prisoners, the export of grain from Ukraine and Russia's plans for the territories of Ukraine. Are you planning such a conversation? Is it possible for you to have face-to-face contact with Anthony Blinken on the sidelines of ASEAN events in Cambodia?
We first learned about this when we were in Africa. Anthony Blinken went on television and said that he was going to contact me by phone. A day passed before we received an official request. Now we are coordinating the time of such a contact, which should take place when I am in my office. Today this is hardly possible. We will offer our American colleagues a convenient date in the following days. We asked the American side to clarify the issues they want to discuss. So far, they have not received an answer, but apparently, they have already spoken out on this topic in the media again. If we are talking about the exchange of prisoners, persons held in custody in Russia and in the United States, then we have already commented on this issue on behalf of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. This topic was discussed more than a year ago at the Geneva meeting in June 2021 between the presidents of Russia Putin and the United States Biden. Then the leaders agreed to empower competent persons to deal with these issues. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs is not one of them. Nevertheless, I will listen to what Anthony Blinken has to say. As for Ukrainian grain, it would also be interesting to hear how they are going to fulfill the obligations taken in the context of the initiative of UN Secretary-General Guterres. Indeed, with regard to the issue of Russian grain, it was the American sanctions that did not allow the full implementation of the signed contracts due to the restrictions imposed. Russian ships are prohibited from entering a number of ports. There is a ban on foreign ships entering Russian ports to pick up export cargo, and insurance rates have gone up. Of any Russian shipping, 4 times increased due to restrictions. Financial chains are also interrupted by illegitimate US and EU sanctions. In particular, Roselkosbank, through which all the main settlements for food exports pass, was one of the first to be included in the sanctions list. UN Secretary-General Guterres has committed to removing these barriers to addressing the global food crisis. Let's see. About Ukraine and everything else. I heard Anthony Blinken when he said that he would not discuss Ukraine with me, because it should represent its own interests and the Americans have no right to work for them. In this regard, let me remind you that when, in one of my speeches a week ago, in response to a question, I said that we had no prejudices against negotiations with Ukraine, Ned Price, a representative of the State Department, immediately stated, "The United States believes that Ukraine is currently not it is necessary to negotiate with the Russian Federation." It turns out, according to Freud, it became clear who is leading whom, and to what extent the Americans do not force Ukraine to do this or that thing.
Thanks for watching. If you like our info, subscribe to channel and watch the next video.